Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano from GoofOn, and here is today's report. Down that digital highway into the reality you call life. Well, what else is new? We've got some great sightings to go over with today, and there's nothing better than what we have in store for you. So let's take a quick look at what's coming up here in this episode. First, I don't know, humanoid, whatever, jetpack man. Next, we got this incredible disc-shaped UFO. Is it real? Is it a balloon? What is it? Oh, and this? I love these. I don't know if that's a banner. I don't see a plane. Then we got this one. Wow, talk about strange. These spiky starfish-looking things are all over now. And I don't know what that is. But I don't know. It's weird. So let's go into, I don't know, humanoid or what? Let's take a look at this one first.
Vean este pájaro, no se mueve, lo estoy viendo yo, está suspendido en el aire. ¿Qué es esto, por favor? Que alguien me explique qué es este pájaro que está suspendido en el aire, véanlo. ¿Qué es esto, por favor? O sea, sí, la neta, en mi vida había yo visto algo como esto. Véanlo, el pájaro está flotando, no se mueve el pájaro, véanlo, no se mueve, véanlo, está flotando. Vean este pájaro, no se mueve, lo estoy viendo yo, está suspendido en el aire. ¿Qué es esto, por favor? Que alguien me explique qué es este pájaro que está suspendido en el aire, véanlo. ¿Qué es esto, por favor? O sea, sí, la neta, en mi vida había yo visto algo como esto. Véanlo, el pájaro está flotando, no se mueve el pájaro.
The return of the humanoids. Now, this is the UFO that people have been seeing for a long time, and they're comparing it to possibly the jetpack man or some kind of new technology that could make humans feel like Superman. Is this what it is, or is this some kind of extraterrestrial craft or something easily explained? I'm not exactly sure, but whatever it is, it's locked solid in its proximity. It doesn't move, and we're not hearing any kind of prop propeller blades whatsoever. I'm going to have to deny it's a kite. Look at the leaves below. Not an indication of wind, but this thing is just hanging tight. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is wild. Check that out. What this is a big question. Yeah, this thing just remains static up there. And what's happening in the South American region has me wondering what's going on down there. Are they working with new technology, or are we looking at something otherworldly? That was a great close-up right there. It gave some really good detail. It almost looks like a bird just frozen in the sky, but that's not the case here. We're looking at something that's really unexplained.
All right, I see it. It looks like a humanoid shape. We've seen these hundreds of times over the years. And I know the instinctive thing to say is that this looks like some sort of balloon. I don't know if that's the case every time. But when we get close enough to this thing, I know it's there in the sky. It's not CGI, it's really there. And the guy gets close enough, but not as close as I would like. So when I look at this, I have to pray and hope that the cameraman doesn't move too much, and we can see the true movement in this thing. Could this be a jetpack guy? I don't see a plume of exhaust coming out of anything. It looks like it's stationary, and that's odd for a balloon to stay at that angle. It looks like it's leaning over a little bit. Now, if a balloon or balloons were in this position, wouldn't they go back a little bit, sway back and forth? You know, not everything is balloons. Yeah, he does a great job getting in there. I don't think that is a jetpack guy, but it is unidentified. There's some things missing. I'd like to know what kind of camera. Is it an iPhone? Is it a Nikon, a Canon? You know what I mean? I want to know. It seems like we get less and less information throughout the years on what we should be getting. I want to know how many witnesses there were. I want to know the weather conditions. Was it humid? All these things play a role when analyzing footage. So keep that in mind. What do you think? Let me know in the description.
Now, this doesn't get much better than this in regards to UFO phenomenon being caught on video. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long, but as we're enhancing it and getting a close look, you can see that this craft is quite large. Looks like it's hovering over a building. You can see the light strobing underneath it, but it has the typical disc-shaped thing that you would kind of see in the old Vimana days. This seems ancient, this vehicle, whatever it is. Why isn't the world news picking up on this? I don't see any indication of CGI. I'm actually thinking this video is legit. Is it too good to be true, Brent? What's your thoughts?
Looks like smoking gun footage to me. We're going to delve in this a little bit more and see if we see any signatures of CGI. I'm seeing this popping light that's kicking off of this craft, and everything seems to match. The camera shaking, everything. Even the eyewitnesses seem to be on the right level about this sighting. When they saw something, they're very excited, and I would be too if I saw something like this.
This is unbelievable footage. There's a couple pauses. We're trying to enhance it at points. We don't see any manipulation. This is incredible. It deserves a follow-up.
Now we're talking. Now let's have some fun. This is a UFO sighting for the ages. This is what we dream about. This is what we hoped we would see when somebody captures a UFO on video. Look, there's only a couple of things this could be. It's either really a UFO, somebody captured on video, or it's a balloon. Or it is a not a balloon, but it could be a model or a mock-up of a UFO. But how is it floating? I don't see any strings. I don't see a pole that it's sitting on. It's stationary. It's got these lights in it that seem random, and there's no rhyme or reason on what those lights are saying or doing. There's no pattern. They're random. I don't know what's going on here. I wish it was spinning. I wish it was wobbling. But that could very well be a balloon. And if it is, man, I don't see any strings or anything. This could be real. You may be looking at a real UFO. Imagine that. And you're going to call it out as a balloon? Me too. Next.
Now, when we're looking at this, once again, it reminds me of what we put up last night, a typical cylindrical shaped object in the sky. Some people might call it the cigar-shaped UFO, but right now I'm not seeing any kind of cabin underneath or any tail on the end, and even blimps have to have FAA lights, hazardous lights to protect from collision from other aircraft. I don't see any of this or an indication of a airplane towing some kind of banner. I think I would see it through the silhouette. So right now this is on its own, moving left to right, and right now I'm still wondering what the heck is it. Brent, quickly.
Yeah, this is a cool one. The quality's a little low, so there's still a little room for debate. Could this be a blip? A possibility, but right now it's a UFO. It's unidentified.
This is very popular lately. Haven't you noticed we've seen a lot of these UFOs that look like cylinders or tic-tac, but they also resemble an advertising banner that would be pulled by an airplane. Now, it is windy, and it looks like it's 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. You can see those trees moving. This thing seems to be going against the wind. This thing does not act like a banner. I don't see waving. I don't see any swaying that a banner would be doing in windy conditions like this, going against the wind. Where's the airplane? If there was an airplane, it would be on the same horizontal plane to the right or the left, just a little bit away from that object. I don't see it. Nothing. Now, one thing I do not like about this video is that it's got a real high contrast for the sky. It could be so bright, maybe it was intentional, that it's erasing the airplane because the airplane may be a little thinner and you can't see it because it's been overshadowed by the overcompensated contrast. That's what it is. There's a lot of contrast probably drowning out the airplane. I don't know. That's what it seems like. And I would bet $100 that I'm right. That may be a real UFO, but it could also be an airplane advertising banner. We will never know. God, I love this job. Let's go to the next one.
Look at that, it's drifting behind the trees. You could get size and comparison to this object. Again, multiple eyewitnesses on the ground, broad daylight sighting of this strange tic-tac kind of jagged edge object just slowly drifting down. But again, multiple eyewitnesses. The guy is kind of running into position there. He's shaky, but then manages to pull in a pretty good shot from a distance. But it is the same object. And we recently shared a video on Third Phase of Moon called Bizarrio, and look at this thing. It resembles some kind of like ice crystal with these points, geometric shapes This isn't natural, guys. This is something that I can't explain to you. What's it doing up there, Brent?
Very bizarre. Great footage right there. Look at that clarity. If this is indeed real, we're looking at something unexplained. There it goes behind the trees. It almost looks too good to be real, but I'm ruling these as authentic. No CGI going here. It's pretty wild with the spike UFOs on the rise.
Warning. Control life.
Well, it's not every day you see something like this, and we don't see these things here in the States. It's weird. It's very, very rare. But when you go to Mexico or Brazil or in that area, South America, Mexico, the peninsula, there are a lot of these. And I'm not sure if it's because it's in their culture to make these things like this, but if they did make this as a balloon art, it does resemble some crop circles we've seen. I wish I had that in front of me now, but it does look like crop circles I've seen before. There's some other varying versions of this. Very strange, but see, it's not even wobbling. It's not out of control. It's very, I don't know, calm. It just, you can see the clouds moving from left to right, but the object is just kind of, doing its own thing. It's not going with the wind. I don't see much of a wind, but if the clouds are moving from right to left, or I mean left to right, this object is probably heavier than I think. And of course it would cut through a very thin breeze possibly. But a balloon is a balloon. It goes in the direction of the wind. But there's different wind levels too. So if you go up 100 feet, it may be a little windier. You go up to 1,000 feet and it's not as windy, or it's way windier. It changes. But it's strange. Kind of looks like a Chinese throwing star. Look at that one. Very odd. Almost look like dragons, and very cool. These have been around for a long time. I'm not sure if it's artwork or if it's the artwork of aliens, but nonetheless, it's a UFO, whether you believe it or not. Next.
Now, here we go. Definitely, this is a Bizarro sighting. We have the original video to the left. I'm doing a little bit of enhancement to the right so we could get a good close-up on it in simultaneous video mode. But right now, I'm not exactly sure what this object could be. All I know is I don't know. Guys, can you help me? This is why we're here. We're confused. And I'm sure all of you are too. And that's the adventure of Third Phase of Moon. The mystery behind it. And again, I'm not seeing any kind of indication of CGI. We're looking at something that's up there in the sky. And I have no answers for you. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Talk about Bizarro. This one's a totally wicked. We're looking at these points that are coming from the craft that really don't make any sense. We're not seeing no prop propellers. This thing's quite clear. The person that shot this did an excellent job shooting whatever this is. If this isn't a UFO, I don't know what it is, because this is totally unidentified. And the shapes on this is very unusual, stealth-like. You can see it almost has a matte of a black night. This one's crazy. This one's going on my top 10 for 2022 right now.
Well, this one is interesting. It reminds me of a UFO sighting about 15, 18 years ago of a Russian sighting. It was a really interesting looking craft. It didn't look like anything we've ever seen. It looked like a building in the sky. This looks like it could be the Black Knight satellite in our atmosphere. Even though the Black Knight satellite isn't really the Black Knight satellite. It's a part of the shuttle. It's a blanket. It's been proven. But this is something completely different. It just looks like that. Now, this is in our... I mean, even if it's a balloon, why isn't it erratic? Why isn't it tumbling over itself like a lot of balloons I've seen? There's slight movement, but it's not erratic. And if you see balloons that have shapes like this, it makes you wonder if they're supposed to act this way. Hey, look, it's a UFO channel. We try to think of UFOs and aliens, and if you don't have proof that it's a balloon, then what's wrong with me saying it could be from another civilization or not technology we're familiar with? All right, well, whoa, here we go down the virtual tunnel into your reality you call life. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight right here on Third Phase UFO Report, where we bring you Third Phase of Moon's sightings of today and yesterday, and we take a look at the things that haven't been solved yet. And I appreciate Third Phase of Moon for all they've done, all the panel members and such. I'm Rich Giordano from Goofon Lives. You can see me 6 nights a week, 9 p.m. Eastern. This has been a Third Phase UFO Report. Good night, everybody.